Hello everyone, what is up? It is me, AlbyMTG, and for today's video we have another episode of my Cardsphere story for you guys. I'm going on vacation next week, and so I wanted to do a ton of trading this week to make up for the lost week of trading that I'm going to have next week. So with that being said, we have a ton of cards to send out today. We've got a nice thick stack here of cards to be sending out for today's video. I want to go ahead and get into this now so that I can send them out here before I have to leave. And with that being said, we'll go ahead and start off the video here. So the first package consists of 4 cards, starting with the biggest card here in the package, Kaya Ghost Assassin. This is a cool little planeswalker here from the Conspiracy Take the Crown set. I really wanted Kaya to be good. I was kind of hoping that she would eventually just blossom into something, but she doesn't really see play. She's only like legal for constructed wise in things like Commander, Legacy, Vintage, and she's not good enough for Legacy. She's not good enough for Vintage. Commander's really the only place that she sees play, and with that being said, I don't think she's necessarily the kind of long-term spec that I like, so I'm going to go ahead and send her off now in hopes of, again, using her to pick up some new modern staples. The second card in this package being Remorseful Cleric. Again, this is a very good card, but M19 prices are still pretty high because the set is fairly new, and so with that being said, I'm sending out this one, and then whenever I need my Remorseful Clerics later on, I'll go ahead and pick them up at a lower price. The next card in this package here is Oath of Gideon. Oath of Gideon's a very good card, a very cool card, especially if you're doing like the Commander Super Friends kind of strategy. But aside from that, there's really not a place for Oath of Gideon right now. And then the final one that we have here is Trial of Knowledge. Again, this is another one of those kind of instances where I talked about in last video how I uploaded a ton of commons and uncommons. Trial of Knowledge was one of the uncommons that just showed up that it was in this package, and so I knew instantly that I had one. I didn't have to go looking for it because I knew exactly where it was from doing all the inventory, and so it was nice and easy to just go ahead and add this into the package to throw a little bit more value in for me. So that was the first package here, the first 4 cards. The next one is a 3-card package starting with Zealous Conscripts. Again, a very cool card, very good card, but I already have a couple of them, and you really only ever need 1 or 2 for where she's playable. Really good in Cube, really good in Commander. Aside from that, doesn't really see play anywhere else, so you only really ever need 1, and so I'm not too concerned with having multiple copies of Zealous Conscripts. The next card being Utter End, which again is a fantastic removal spell, but again I have multiples of them, and so I don't really need multiples of them. 4 mana in Modern is not something you really want multiples of. You're not going to really play a deck that runs more than 2 Utter Ends, maybe more than 1 Utter End, and I kind of just like Anguish on making a little bit better, being able to be 1 less mana. Even though you do lose some life for it, it's the closest thing we're ever going to get to like a Vindicate effect in Modern. And then finally, the last card here in the package is Ob Nixilis Unshackled. This is a very, very cool card, and I've definitely played this card quite a bit in Commander. He went in my first Commander deck, which was the Mirren Black-Green deck, and definitely had some good play there because I wasn't searching my library too much. My opponents were doing all the library searching, and so they were the ones who were losing life to the effect. And then onto the next package, I guess, which is 2 more cards. And again, kind of ironically, we have Ob Nixilis here starting off this package. This one being the Mythic version from Zendikar. And then also in this package, it's kind of, again, sort of ironic, or at least the other card in this package is a cat token. And so we're looking at this giant legendary demon versus this 1/1 cat, and they're both going out in the same package together. I'm assuming they're not for the same deck, but who knows, I could be wrong. So go ahead and sending those 2 off as well. Next package, we have 2 foils in here, this one being Orator of Ojutai. Again, I uploaded some commons and uncommons that some people might not have wanted, that most people wouldn't have, uploaded onto their halves list, and Orator of Ojutai was one of those cards. It's only like 40 or 50 cents. A lot of people would have skipped over it. I went ahead and put it on there, and along with that, I also have a foil Basilica Guards here. Let me go ahead and show that it's foil. There we go. You can see it shine now. So this is 2 foil white common/uncommons here. Basilica Guards is actually like a fairly good card. Having the extort mechanic, this card's quite strong in Pauper Cube. That's where I think I've played the most Basilica Guards. But more than happy to be sending off this foil one here. The next package here, only 1 card, being a pre-release promo foil We'll go ahead and show off the shine here. This one being Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive, one of the pre-release promos from Dominaria. This one being the legendary card, and so it could be an uncommon pre-release promo, which was something we hadn't really seen before, but it's pretty neat. And I'm happy to be sending this one off. It went for more than I was expecting to get for it, so again, very happy to be sending off this foil, even though the foiling does look very, very nice like that. And then finally, we have one more package here consisting of 2 cards, starting with a Path of Discovery. Again, just another good card here. Probably going in somebody's commander deck. That's really the only place I've ever seen this see any play. Maybe in like fringe standard decks, possibly. But the other card is an Eldrazi Monument here. So again, I'm thinking more commander. That's mainly where you'll see Eldrazi Monument. And Eldrazi Monument's quite good in commander, but when this card got reprinted as part of the Mirren deck, the price tanked pretty dramatically, and it's been kind of stagnant ever since. I'm not really expecting it to go up too high in the near future, so I'm more than happy to unload it now, and then just like maybe if it goes up by $1 or 2 in the next 2 to 3 years, I say oh well. But in the meantime, I'll hopefully have some new modern staples thanks to trading these cards away. And yeah, so that has been the 14 cards. I believe it was 14. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards. And we will go ahead and check out the financial aspects of things right now. Alright, hello everyone, here we are on my Cardsphere sending page. You can see right now I have $41.70 going out, over 21 cards in 9 packages right now. The 3 bottom ones here, these were all covered in last video. Go ahead and watch that one if you guys haven't seen that one yet. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and take a look here at the prices we got for these. So first off is the cat token here. Cat token, we got 17 cents for it, has a 21-cent index price. You can see a ton of them going off here for 17 cents. I think this user still wants, Gunho86 still wants multiple copies of them. So if you have any cat tokens lying around, go ahead and send them off to him. I was kind of surprised I only had 1 laying around. I know there's a ton at the shop, and I should have just picked them up and sent them off, but I didn't know beforehand until I found the package today that that this user wanted cat tokens. So oh well, only getting 1 token from me. I don't really tend to use tokens too often, and cat tokens in particular, I don't think I've ever used. Maybe cast a Regal Caracal once or twice, but that's about it. Next up is the Ob Nixilis the Fallen here from Zendikar. You can see my trade price is up here at the top. We got $3.71 from a $4.37 index price here for 85%. Again, you can see a lot of 65% in here selling off at around the $3 range, so more than happy to be up here at the 85% range for this Ob Nixilis. Most of these going in May and April. I'm the only one to be sending one in the past, looks like 2 months here. But this user will hopefully get it. They offered me a good percentage here again with 85%, and you can see I still have in my halves list another one here from Iconic Masters that I'm going to hold on to for a little bit longer. And so we'll go back to the sending page, and we'll take a look at Eldrazi Monument for $4.50. This one being 79% here. It's right around the 80% mark that I like, and you can see here some other users are going around the same price, 79%, 80%, some 75% in here as well. So just kind of a reasonable price on this one, not too good of a, nothing too crazy, I should say. Just a nice solid send away here. You can see there's another user here at 66%, so this being 13% higher, I was more than happy to be sending this one away to this user. And the other card in this package here was Path of Discovery for 65 cents. Index price of 78 cents, so we got an 83% here. 83%, again, it's above the 80% mark for me, which is fine. Other users sending them away at like 59%, 69%, 78, 73. So basically anything over the 80% mark here is pretty good. All these users who got 100% did very well. Congratulations to them. Even though, like, it may not seem like a lot, being like a 15% or 15 cent difference here between 100% and 83% on these 2 different days. But if you're using Cardsphere in the way I am, where you're trying to trade up, you're really trying to get every small advantage that you can, and trying to make the best trades possible to advance your collection. And so those users who are getting 100% for even these cards that are under $1, they're doing things right, and they're using the platform very, very well. Next card we have here is the Tetsuko Umezawa pre-release promo here. You can see I got 85% for it. Everyone else here going about 60%, 65%. So as soon as I saw someone had 85% of, I was more than happy to just snap that off right away. Didn't even think about it for half a second. No other offers here. I've had this card on my wants list for quite a while. I would say probably like I opened this originally in Dominaria in one of my pre-release kits. So had this card for quite a long time, and it's been up here on my halves list, I should say. I think I said my wants list previously. I meant to say my halves list. And so as soon as I saw that someone was willing to give me above 80% on it, again, like I said, snapped it off. Super easy sell on my part, and the extra 5% was just a nice little bonus here. So after Tetsuko Umezawa, we have Obnixilis the Unshackled here for $2.39. You can see 79%, right on par with pretty much everything else up here, except for the user who got 100% over here about a month ago, a little bit over a month ago. In terms of other offers here, there's like 70% and some 60%, so again, close to 80%, good enough for me, and some other users said pretty much the same exact thing, going at 79%. They also felt that that was a pretty good, reasonable price for it. The next card here being Utter End for 74 cents. Index price of 93 cents. Again, 80%. That looks like pretty much where all of these are going. Lowest one being 72%, highest being 93%. So pretty much all in this general range here. Nothing like stands out as being way too low, aside from like maybe the 71% and the 72% here. But everything else just seems pretty reasonable for Utter End. And the last card in that package was Zealous Conscripts here. Again, only 39 cents. This card's been printed a couple times now, Modern Masters 2017 and Avacyn Restored. And like I said, in the formats where it's played, it's really only just like a one of, like Cube and Commander. So you only really need one of these. It's pretty cheap. You can see all of these trade prices here going 39 cents or 38 cents, one of the two, all within the 78 to 80% range. So I'm just falling into the same pattern as it looks like everyone else is falling into when it comes to Zealous Conscripts, and we will move on to the next package. After the Zealous Conscripts package was the 4-item package featuring Kaya Ghost Assassin, Oath of Gideon, Remorseful Cleric, and Trial of Knowledge. We'll go ahead and start off with the most expensive card here, being Kaya Ghost Assassin. You can see here I got 80% for her. I think, again, that's reasonable. I was more than happy to unload this. I'm still getting about $7 for it, which is about what I wanted for an $8.75 card. You can't get much better than that when it comes to this card, especially because I feel like this is the type of card that kind of is just going to stay around the same price, maybe drop a little bit. It's just not a great card. Of course, if you get the foil versions, those are a very nice, collector's piece to have. Those are going for about $100, but these non-foil versions, Kaya just doesn't see enough play, and because she doesn't see enough play, her price just isn't really great. You can see a lot of prices here going about 90%, 80% like I did. One user even going as low as 65%, and then another one going as low as 66%. So people really are people aren't looking to, get the best prices for these cards. They're just looking to unload them, and that's what I did here with this 80%. And the next card in that package was, I believe, Oath of Gideon. Yep, Oath of Gideon here for 29 cents. Index price of 37, that's 78%. Again, close enough to 80% for me for this card. You can see some people going as low as like the 53% here, 58%, another 58%. So it's not too much of a difference in terms of actual numbers, being only like 8 cents difference here. But again, like I said, the way that I'm using Cardsphere, I'm trying to like squeak out every penny that I can for my collection. And with that being said, the extra 8 cents is 8 cents closer to another modern staple or some sort of a spec card possibly as well. The next card we have here is Remorseful Cleric for $2.20. I kind of forget which one I traded this away at. Let me go ahead and check real quick. $1.74 here in this package. So $1.74 was this one here at 80%. So again, nothing too crazy, just around the 80% mark. Again, I could have held off for a 91% here. It looks like this was on today that someone got 91% for it. So again, I could have held off for that, but because this package already had 3 other cards that I wanted to send along with it, I think like the big piece of me wanting to send this card off was this package off was the Kaya Ghost Assassin, and so everything else getting included in this package was just additional, saving money on postage and that kind of stuff for me. So personally, this was it was better for me to send it off with the Kaya package than it was for me to hold off a couple extra days to squeak out another 10%. And on to the last card in that package, nice and simple, Trial of Knowledge for 16 cents. 21-cent index price. You can see here I got 76% for it. Again, fairly close to the 80%. Some people are going for as low as 40% here for about 8 cents over here. But again, you can see this is not a very often traded card. 7 trades in the last 360 days, and 1 trade being myself in the last 30 days. So I'm very happy to just include this as a nice little throw-in card as well to the package. And then on to the last package that we have for this video, we have the foil Basilica guards for 27 cents. You can see I'm the only person to have ever traded this card away here, July 26, 27 cents trade price, 27-cent index price for a 100%. Again, nice and simple for me. I'll take that 100%. And I'll send off this simple foil common. And then the other card in the package was Orator of Ojutai for 46 cents. And again, you can see here, got my 100%. 38% here is what some of these people were going away for. 59% here as well. So again, more than happy. This is the kind of card that doesn't get traded a lot. 7 trades in the last 360 days. So when you get the opportunity to trade one of these at a reasonable price, again, 100% extremely reasonable. So I had to snatch up the opportunity, had to go ahead and trade this card off. And the total package together, the Orator of Ojutai as well as the foil Basilica guards, even though the one was 27 cents, the other was 46 cents, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's more than enough to pay for postage, and I end up making a couple cents on the deal. Again, like I said, I'm just trying to squeak out as much value as I can from this collection, and trying to turn it into some better cards, some cards I'm going to play with more often. Like this Orator of Ojutai was just doing nothing but sitting in a trade binder, and now it's going to someone who's going to use it, and I'll be able to turn the money I got from it into something else. So this is all I have for today's video. I have to go ahead and ship all these out, go ahead and make up the packages and all that other kind of stuff. But go ahead and let me know down below in the comments below if you guys did enjoy this. If you guys use Cardsphere, go ahead and let me know. Go ahead and see if you can maybe send me something. I'm looking for a few things right now. Here you can see I'm putting together Mono Blue Delver in paper. I'm playing the modern version though, not the pauper version that most people are used to. This is my user ID. For those of you that don't know, your user ID is also your Cardsphere URL. So cardsphere.com/user/ and then whatever your user ID number is will take you to this page. So this is my page. Right now I'm looking for Piracy Charms, Psionic Blasts, and the Innistrad checklist cards, because I want to be able to play my Delvers in competitive events with the checklist cards. So it's just a lot easier to play with the checklist cards to prevent any confusion from happening. So with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Go ahead and let me know down below in the comments your opinions on the video. If you guys enjoy the My Cardsphere story series, leave a like on the video as well. And with that being said, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I will see you guys here next time for another Magic the Gathering video.